Hey everybody, Mr. Gamerman. I stream on Twitch, mostly game shows. It's in the name. But recently I've also had this big fixation on flags and their design, what goes into making them good, what goes into making them bad, and how can we improve the bad ones. In the last episode of Flag Fixation that I published yesterday, we took a look at the city of Austin. In my opinion, in my amateur opinion, that's a bad flag. That is a bad flag. So we improved it. We made it a little bit better. And again, subjective, but correct. You know, we made it better. Anyways, Austin, I'm giving you guys a bit of a break today because, believe it or not, a flag exists worse than this. And, whoo boy, it is something. It is the city of Detroit. Ugh, there's a lot going on with this flag, and in my opinion, none of it good. F minus, see me after class. But whoever designed the flag clearly wanted to try and fit in as much as they possibly could in terms of historical reference. You've got the Stars and Stripes, you've got Le Fleur de Lis, acknowledging Detroit's sort of French history, you've got some Latin in there, Speramus Meliora, Resurgent Cineribus, I wasn't born in Italy. And what does that translate to? I believe when doing some research on this flag, I saw on Wikipedia, that is, we hope for better things, and it will rise from the ashes. And speaking of hoping for better things and rising from the ashes, here's a rule that should probably go into flag making, at least when it comes to the design of city flags. If you want your city to look really cool, don't put it on fire in the background. That's a big no. We should kind of play off of that idea, right? The fire of Detroit. You know, you hear Detroit, you think a very tough city, a very, a strong city, Motor City, the bad boy Detroit Pistons era. So let's make that our theme for improving this flag and kind of making it better. I think we got to just completely start from scratch. I think that this is all a big nope to me. Now, I did grab their shade of navy blue. I think most vexillologists would agree that navy blue is just the color. The color. There was a lot that was going to go into making this flag look better. I actually had to pre-produce some elements because we're doing some surgery on this one. So I decided to kind of just get an engine, right? I think that is very indicative of Detroit. Motor City. Let's blow this bad boy up. Let's really... There we go. In vexillology, a lot of the time, you want to have symmetry. They love some good symmetry. You know, equal, usually across the x-axis. The y-axis, obviously, if you've kind of based your flag around the design with horizontal lines, then the y-axis is going to look good too. Really, the best flags accomplish it from all angles. Let's start with the base. Let's start with the fact that Detroit means cars. Detroit means car parts, motorcycles, engines, tires, rims, converters, seat belts. Now we need to, I think, go back and explore the toughness of Detroit and represent that on the flag. And who is tougher than Detroit's two favorite sons? Detroit's two favorite sons being Tim Robinson, really displaying his toughness on the flag. And we'll keep him kind of behind. I like that a little bit right there, behind the motor. That looks nice. And of course, his comedy partner, put that layer behind the motor too. His comedy partner in Sam Richardson, especially given their hit show Detroiters. I don't know how much you guys took in Comedy Central during that time, but it actually was a very nice period piece drama. You learn a lot about the city, its history, love, romance, fighting, drama. I mean, they just truly accomplish everything in one series in terms of pulling at your heartstrings. But again, two of Detroit's, I think, just biggest names. When you think Detroit, you think three things: cars, Tim Robinson, Sam Richardson. Honestly, off the top of my head, I feel like this is a pretty good stopping point. I feel like this kind of really gets us where we want to go, but the coloring seems a little bit off to me. So let's try and bring some gold in there to really bring this home. Yeah, see, this kind of, to me, this is going to bring us back. This is, whoa, that doesn't look good. Going to have to get precise here. And you know what, the points, like Detroit, it really feels like Detroit's coming at you, like, we'll come for you if you mess with Detroit. I do feel like I'll kill you is a little bit violent, right? I don't think that's the message that a city, we want them to come off as aggressive, not murderous necessarily. The point is still in there. You get the point, right? But he's not threatening murder. I just think most cities would agree they don't want to necessarily claim that they're advocating for it. And it makes Detroit seem very imperialistic, like Detroit's, hey, look, I'm in Indianapolis. We're right next to Detroit. We're south of it, Who's to stop Detroit from wanting to just come down here and take over our city? Once again, see, a little bit more needs to be done with this, and I'm kind of trying to buy time. What if and this is some real, this could cause some real commotion here. What if we isolate the hand? We're going to artificially flip Tim Robinson's hand here. There it is. Okay, we'll clean that up later. Put you over here. There we go. And sort of like right there. Kind of match those layers up together. Right there. Yeah. Improvement. Vast improvement right there. Okay. I'm going to go again. I promise, folks. This is not a bit. This is not a goof. I generally would not do this. I'm going to go against my feeling of how you should not let people know the city that you're representing on the flag. I'm going to go against that one more time. One final time. We're going to go with how they represented it in Detroiters. They famously had the D2 Roy episode where, if I remember, half the cast was killed off in that episode. It was crazy. There we go. Yeah, we're going to bevel and emboss it a little bit. I mean, whew. I didn't know I could, to be honest. I didn't know it was possible to outdo myself, but City of Austin, that's a nice flag. I like that. I'd be proud to display that. You want to talk about what my legacy is going to be, my magnum opus? I don't know, folks. Let me get the Detroit flag and bring it back in here for a comparison's sake. All right, so Detroit flag. Again, we've been over it. Messy. Oh, you know what? Let's put some Latin. Let's keep that, because you know what? That is really cool when you can manage to make Latin work. So let's go to Google Translate. I hope Google Translate does Latin. I don't know. Latin's a pretty tough language. H-I-J-K, Latin. Okay. Ashes to metal. Ashes to metal. Sinis e metallum. We're going to rest it right there, dead center. Finished product. Ship it. I think that says everything that you need to say in a flag. That says Detroit. Well, it says D2 Roy, but I think everybody gets the message, really. Sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think. Um, Compare and contrast the Detroit city flag. Busy, too much going on, acknowledges the French. My city flag, less busy, conveys the emotion of the city, and still includes Latin. Let's not limit ourselves to just comparing original flag versus new flag, which I assume I'll be hearing any moment now about how the city of Detroit is adopting this as their new flag. But, let also compare and contrast the ones that I design. Which one's better? Which one do you like more? For me, toss up. I really can't pick a favorite between these two yet. If I look at them long enough, maybe I'll decide. But that's it for another flag fixation. I'll make another one of these next time I can. Do the YouTube things, like, subscribe, comment. Tell me which one you think is better. What did you think about the period piece drama of Detroiters and all of the realms of the human emotion that they explored over the course of the 2 seasons that show was on? I will catch you all when I do.